welcome back to the show Who Is on Crusader Shores, where we look into your favourite heroes and villains from video games, films and comics and discuss their lore and backstory. In this episode we look into Kilrogg Deadeye, Warlord of the Bleeding Hollow clan. It is important to note that this video is based upon the Kilrogg Deadeye from the alternate timeline, or alternate universe that Warlords of Draenor is based off, and not our Kilrogg, which will most likely be covered in a different video. Kilrogg Deadeye was the Warlord of the Bleeding Hollow clan, and ruler of the Tanaan Jungle. Like most Orcish clans, Kilrogg's Bleeding Hollow clan members have unique rituals and things that define their clan from the others. They soak their weapons in a hallucinogenic type of venom, and hunt their prey from treetops or in the vast overgrowth of the jungle, inflicting pure terror upon their enemies before their death. Kilrogg was born on Draenor to the Bleeding Hollow clan. His clan had nearly been wiped out by the Arakoa, a bird-like humanoid-type race also living on Draenor. He didn't want to accept their defeat, and journeyed to seek out a hidden chamber known as Bleeding Hollow to partake in a dark type of ritual. This ritual would allow Kilrogg to see a vision of his own death sometime in the future, giving him the self-confidence that he would be sure of his survival up until that moment. With such a surge of self-confidence and being pure of himself, Kilrogg took control of the clan in order to destroy the Arakoa. Years following the Arakoa defeat, there were those that would challenge him, even those of his own kin who would oppose him, but he would silence them as to not damage the destiny he believed he was given. The Bleeding Hollow clan is one of the most savage Orcish clans, who are infamous for their ability to transform their own orcs into dire orcs, through rituals known as blood rituals. Kilrogg was so sure of his destiny and the cause of his own death, that he believed he was almost indestructible, and this was definitely a strength for him on the battlefield. Sometime years later, he was recruited by Grommash Hellscream, who united the Orcish clans of Draenor into the newly formed Iron Horde. Kilrogg believed that the Iron Horde would lead himself and his clan to glory, and thus pledged his loyalty and clan to the Iron Horde. After the Iron Horde's strength grew, they formed a dark portal that would be used to allow the Iron Horde to invade the original Azeroth, a vision and destiny influenced and made to happen by Garrosh and his father Grommash. The champions of Azeroth would storm the portal and push the Iron Horde forces back, disabling and destroying the portal, and an Eye of Kilrogg along with it. After this, Kilrogg emerged. He was attacked by the Orc Ariok, who had empowered himself with the blood magic of the Bleeding Hollow clan, and attacked Kilrogg to buy enough time for the rest of the champions to escape. Kilrogg would later be seen emerging on a cliff, with the other Orc warlords and Grommash Hellscream, as Hellscream ordered the whole of the Iron Horde to rise up against the Alliance and Horde and bring them their heads. Sometime later in the near future, Kilrogg is at the Blade Fury's command in Talador, alongside Grommash Hellscream. Gul'Dan confronts them, and once again offers the demon blood to them. Grommash refuses, and after some confrontation, is disposed of and incapacitated by Gul'Dan's warlock magic. Now that Gul'Dan has shown him his power, he offers the gift once again. The first to step forward is Kilrogg, who drinks the blood and is transformed into a monstrous fell orc, his skin turning dark grey with spikes erupting from his skin and fell energy emerging from his body. Sometime later, Kilrogg dispatched members of his clan to seek out a relic known as the Cipher of Damnation, a warlock tome inscribed in a book that would allow a warlock to control and corrupt the elements. This tome was scattered into 3 fragments, but they were unsuccessful in achieving the goal. During the events of the siege of Hellfire Citadel, the Iron Horde fortress now controlled by Gul'Dan and his fell Iron Horde, Kilrogg tortured and now captured Ariok. The champions of the Alliance and Horde stormed the Citadel, finally putting an end to a corrupted Kilrogg. As he dropped to the ground in his last moments, he confirmed that this was the death he had seen in his vision. These words are identical to the ones spoken by his father. Thanks for watching this episode of Who Is. If you liked it, please subscribe to stay updated when we release a new episode. Also feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts about this episode or ideas for future episodes, feel free to leave a comment below.